Well, good morning, friends, and happy Monday. Welcome back from your weekends. Guys, this is the start of our literacy week, which is so exciting. And after this week, we go on spring break, so even more exciting things coming, right? But let's go ahead and start. So today is Monday, March 2nd. We are in a brand new month, okay, of 2026. So if you can please stand, place your right hand over your heart, and join me in today's Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Scholars, you may be seated. Alrighty, friends. Well, looking at our birthdays, I know we have one super duper special birthday that actually doesn't even go to our school. And we probably have never even met this person. But today we get to celebrate Dr. Seuss because today's his birthday. So come on, let's give a round of applause and let's get super excited for our friend Dr. Seuss, who is celebrating his birthday today. Now, usually when you think of Dr. Seuss, you think of Cat in the Hat. Well, Dr. Seuss was an actual person, right? He wasn't just the Cat in the Hat. He did a lot of amazing things. He created all of these amazing books that you guys have gotten to read over the years, which is why we celebrate him during our Read Across America week or our literacy week. So that's awesome. Let me just skim this really quick because I don't want to miss anybody. We do have another birthday, not a student, but this is one of our staff members. And it is from our middle school team. So let's wish Mr. Gomez, our U.S. history, civics, and world history teacher. Let's wish him a giant and amazing happy birthday as well. Let me see, really quick. We did have one birthday. We had one birthday yesterday. My friend Jessica Perez in Kinder. Jessica is celebrating her birthday. Looks like we have a lot of birthdays in March, which is going to be awesome to shout out. Let me see. Nope. That's tomorrow. Oh, there's another birthday tomorrow. Wow, we got a lot of birthdays happening tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that. March. Nope. And nope. All right. Well, seems like that's about it. So, but if it is your birthday, teachers, please comment so that I can shout your students out just so that I know. Because if not, I feel bad that I missed them. Because then they come up to me and they're like, Mr. Trejo, you didn't shout out my birthday. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I tried. I'm just one person. Anyways. But yeah. So if it's your birthday, please write it in the comments or let your teachers know so that I can shout you out. Okay? Moving on to what is for lunch. Now, typically, we have our regular lunch menu item, right? A cheeseburger, sandwich, spaghetti, all of those, right? Well, in lieu, right, and because it's Dr. Seuss's birthday, we wanted to treat you guys to a special lunch, okay? So, I could tell you, I can't tell you, either one. I'm sure your teachers have probably already shared this with you. But just so that you can get ahead of the game, right? Today for lunch, you guys will be having green eggs and ham with a biscuit and a couple of other things. Guys, this is amazing because this has to do with Dr. Seuss, right? There's a whole book called Green Eggs and Ham in Espanol, right? 2. Now, So that's why you're going to be having this for lunch today. So hopefully you enjoy it. And if you don't, there's always other options, my friends. But I recommend you and I encourage you to try it, right? You never know, you might like green eggs. If you like regular eggs, you might like green eggs, right? And if you like ham, well, it's the same thing. So make sure you grab that for lunch today if you would like. If not, there is other options, okay? Moving on to our weather. So last week, friends, it was pretty chilly. It came out of nowhere. So let's see what it's looking like today. So currently right now it is 69 degrees and sunny. It feels warmer, about 71 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions from 1 to 6 p.m. With most cloudy conditions expected at 6 p.m. Today's temperature range is going to feel from it's going to be from 64 degrees to 85, and it's going to feel more like 63 to 84. So it's going to feel a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit, it's going to feel a teensy bit cooler than what is listed. But regardless, friends, we'll be in the 80s, so we'll be back to our normal Florida weather. But we're still hitting those 60s, so it's still going to be cool, which is going to be nice. Especially for you guys while you're outside in PE, recess, all that. Okay? Now moving on to our honor code. I'm going to start us off in English. So if you can please repeat after me. Here we go. I will arrive to school each day on time and ready to work. I will treat all with respect and dignity. I will solve any conflicts that arise peacefully. I will care for and protect our environment. Wonderful. Ahora en español. Seré puntual y estaré listo para trabajar. Trataré a todos con respeto y dignidad. Cuidaré y protegeré nuestro medio ambiente. Oh, I skipped one. Resolveré los conflictos de forma pacífica. My bad, y'all. I thought I had this in the bag right now, but I do. I just don't have it in the right order, but it's okay. Y'all forgive me. Muy bien. Great job. As per usual, thank you so much for always repeating that and following our honor code every single day, as we should, right? Now, couple of announcements and reminders that I want to send out. First and foremost, today we kick off our book fair in the cafeteria, okay? So make sure you bring your money. If you have it with you already, don't leave it in your classroom and ask your teachers 100 times if you can go upstairs and get it. Let's be responsible, right? And let's remember, right? If you have money, make sure to bring it to the cafeteria so that you can purchase a book, a poster, some cool pins. I see they have other little things that you guys can buy if you would like. Remember, the taxes are usually included afterwards. So I know you might have looked at the book fair on Friday and got a price, but make sure that you have over that price just in case, okay? We don't want you guys to get super excited and then not be able to take anything, okay? So you should be having the book fair with you this afternoonish or morning time for your lunch period. It is going to be run all week. Now, here's the difference, right? We do not have school on Friday, which means the book fair will only be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, okay? So you have a shorter amount of time to grab what you need. So if you really, really, really want that book, don't wait till Thursday, because who knows? Maybe everybody might buy the same book because they like it too. So don't wait, okay? Bring in your money. Make sure that you can support the book fair, right? And also get yourself a nice book, okay? So again, that'll be starting today up until Thursday. Now, the rest of this week, we do have our Spirit Week going on. So today kicked off just by helping celebrate Dr. Seuss's birthday. So hopefully you are wearing your Cat in the Hat hats. If you wanted to make whiskers on your face, you could do that too. Or if you're wearing his bow and the fur, or just a shirt or whatever you are representing Dr. Seuss with. I'm going to see if I can get a picture later today, this afternoon, if possible. So I encourage you guys to continue with our Spirit Week. Tomorrow, we continue with the theme, Oh Say, Can You Say? And remember, this one is all about vocabulary words, okay? Now, you're probably like, Mr. Chandler, this one's so hard. But listen, the more vocabulary words that we have, the more learning we're going to be doing, okay? So tomorrow is all about picking a vocabulary word that's maybe new to you or that you think maybe not a lot of people know, and creatively teaching that vocabulary word to other people here on campus, okay? Again, my example was the word cave, right? Some of you may know it, some of you may not. Well, I would put my definition of cave right here for you to read, and I would have a black circle around me indicating that I was in the cave, okay? So that's my creative way of teaching you the word cave. However you would like to do it, I encourage you to be as creative as you would like, because the more vocabulary words that we have, again, the more learning we're doing. All right, so that's Tuesday. Wednesday, we go into Thing 1 and Thing 2 Day, which is all about picking a friend, picking a bestie, picking a classmate, or if you want to match, if you want to pick your teacher or another staff member, hey, if they're up for it, I'm up for it too, okay? The goal is just to dress up like them, right? Or dress alike, okay? So if you, for example, if you're going to dress up like Mr. Trejo, right? Today, right now, I'm wearing a beta shirt, some black jeans, and some shoes, okay? All you have to do is wear the same thing. Gray shirt, black pants, shoes, we're twins, we're Thing 1, Thing 2. Boom. Okay? That easy. Doesn't need to be anything crazy, but it does need to be school appropriate, okay? So if you're not going to be wearing a uniform, then you need to at least make sure that it's school appropriate, okay? No bad wording on the shirt, make sure the shorts or your pants don't have things that are not school appropriate, right? The length, all that stuff. So make sure that we just stay in line with that, okay? And then last but not least, we have Thursday, which is called Read Across America Day, which is all about our literacy fair, okay? Now, again, this year is going to look a little bit different. We normally go outside, have a whole party, shebang, we get crazy, right? But we're going to switch it up a bit because we want it to be a little bit more intentional, right? So, kinder, first, and second, you're having your own rotations. Third, fourth, and fifth, you're having your own rotations. And middle school, you guys will be having your own rotations, okay? Every cluster has their rotations, okay? And every grade, right, should have picked the book, or classroom should have picked the book. So I encourage you to dress out as that book, okay? So for example, middle school, we chose Harry Potter. Why? Because there's houses in Harry Potter, and we wanted to highlight our 4 houses in middle school, okay? So what we're doing is we're just going to have a whole bunch of activities and crafts and everything all based off of Harry Potter, okay? And how are we going to dress up? We're going to dress up like our houses, right? I'm in the house of Amistad, so I'm going to be wearing my red and all that, okay? So I encourage you, pick a book, dress up like it, or dress something with the understanding of it, just so that it's easy for your other classmates and your other grade level teams to get to see your creativeness, okay? So that is Thursday, and then that brings us to Friday. Remember, we have no school on Friday, teachers. We do have a professional learning day, so we will be here, but students, you have no school Friday, leading into the following week, which is our spring break, which is no school for an entire week. We do have program, so there was flyers sent out. If you haven't returned it, please return it. Very important that we get those so we can keep totals of how many of you are coming. And then, yeah, we have a lot of fun things planned. So if you want to come, make sure you be here. Other than that, I think that brings us to the end of our morning announcements. Guys, you are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry I went a little bit late. I wanted to go live on this one just because it was the start of our literacy week. But with all that being said, I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. And remember that we are. Goodbye, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.